Hi Pesto, congrats on your retirement. It's been a long time since you've coached me. It was my freshman year of high school at Newport Harbor with Danny Glenn, and I do have to say that was probably the most impactful season of my career. It's when I made varsity as a freshman and I had no idea what I was doing. I don't even know how I ended up on that team. I was pretty terrible. So I still don't know if you had something to do with that. If you did, thank you so much. It really catapulted me to the next level. But I do really remember how mean the girls were to me, the upperclassmen. I don't know if any of them are there right now at the party, but it was a tough year for me, and you really took me under your wing, and you were really, really nice to me, and made that year a lot more bearable. So I will always remember that and be appreciative of that. And to date, you are still the nicest coach I ever had. So I feel like I should have maybe appreciated that more at the time, but I did not know that was going to be the case. So yeah, it was an amazing season and it meant so much to me, and your friendship over the years has meant even more. So congrats again on your retirement.
Hey Pesty, happy retirement. I cannot believe you've been giving back to the volleyball community for over 40 years. To think it was 30 plus years ago that you first came into my life and started making an immediate impact. I am so thankful for the friendship that has maintained over those years. But as I reflect back on the early years of knowing you and you marrying Diane and then Tommy and Carrie being born, it was just awesome to be a part of that part of your life and to see the kids growing up and babysitting them, and your introduction of me to the Eastmans and to the Shojis and babysitting all those kids. It was a very, very neat experience. I would not have become a Wahine if it weren't for you and Diane, and I truly cannot thank you guys enough for encouraging me to go the direction I did. I would not be who I am today if it weren't for you, Pesty, and Diane, because the two of you together were just solid rocks in my life. I think about two life lessons that you taught me. One, to never date a guy who's BHR. Thanks to that advice, my husband is now 6'5". So I took that advice and I still pass that on to young girls that I meet who are tall, and I see them slouching and I tell them to stand up tall. The other one is all the people in the world that have a DSOR, and there are a lot of them. And I point it out all the time, and I quote you time after time talking about what a DSOR is. Just a couple of fun memories from high school. Not many people get to weightlift in their coach's garage. Not many people get to ride a bike to school with their high school volleyball coach. So thanks for those memories. Tubing off the coast of Newport and almost losing my bikini bottoms, water skiing up at the Long Beach Coliseum or Arena or whatever that was called, or stadium. So you just did incredible things with our team and with me personally, and showed me a lighter side to the sport. You were a great contrast between what club was and what high school was, and I'm so thankful 30 plus years later that we are still great friends. I love that Hawaiian spirit is a part of me and a connection that I have with the two of you. I'm so sorry I'm not there to celebrate with you today, but I do look forward to seeing you in 12 short days, and I can't believe that the greatest mentor in my life is about to become a mentor and help out my youngest son. So I thank you for who you are. I love you to pieces. And thanks for all your years and contribution to the sport. I love you. Bye.
Hey Pesto, it's Cameron. Congratulations on your retirement. I've known you pretty much my whole life at this point. I grew up going to your house since I was 5 years old, and to this day, that is the reason why I can quote almost every line from movies like Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura. My very first volleyball memory was with you and your family. You and Diane used to take us down to Geisler Park and taught us how to play with Barbara May. I then went and played for you at IVC, and I can honestly say that was the most fun I ever had playing volleyball. The girls and I still say to this day that if IVC was a 4-year, we'd be there for 6, and that was because of the culture that you created. So thank you for everything you've done for me. Enjoy your retirement, and I'll see you around. Bye, Pesto.
Pesto! Congratulations, Coach, on an amazing career and an extremely well-deserved retirement. I was fortunate enough to have crossed paths with you when I was with the men's volleyball team in 2002 to 2004. And I'll never forget the very first time that I met you. I saw somebody that was running around the middle of the court who was concocting the nets in some sort of T formation. I was like, who is that person? They said, that's Pesto, the Pesto. And when I shook your hand, the very first thing you said to me was, Eddie, I have the best job in the world. And you showed that every day. You brought your best self to the work, your best self to the court every single day. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me personally, and just thank you for taking time to coach, teach, mentor a bunch of late teen, difficult men and women. Thank you for giving us tough love. Thank you for teaching us war pong. Thank you for always being a house, being a shoulder, being someone to bounce ideas off of. Thank you for listening to ideas. Thank you for listening to dreams that, might have seemed too big, but you never made me feel that way. So thank you so much for all that you've done. I couldn't wish better things for a better human being. Congratulations, Pesto. Thank you again.
Hello, everybody. Oli here. Tom, congratulations on your retirement. We're all so very happy for you. Well done and well deserved. Hey, I want to just take a moment to thank you for being an excellent coach and then also a mentor of mine. In 1992 and 93, you took a group of young men and made us into champions. We really appreciate this opportunity, Tom, and we cherish these memories forever. Shout out to the 1993 state championship team. Notice Pesto with no gray, and Gary Nakamura looks like he's about 19 years old. That was almost 30 years ago, but we continue to cherish these memories. Thank you for that, Pesto. Hey, I also want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to coach with you on the men's side for 10 years. Those memories and what I learned were amazing. Thank you for believing in me, Tom, when you couldn't be there because you might have been watching Carrie or Tommy play collegiately. You trusted in me to run the men's program, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate you being there for me when I fell, lifting me up when I needed it, also praising me when I deserved it. Thank you very much, Tom. You started as my coach, then you were my mentor, and now you're my friend. I love you, Biggs. Congratulations.
Hey, Pesto. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hannah. I played at IBC in 2014 and 15, transferred, graduated, and then came back as a coach, and I was able to coach alongside Pesto for a few years. I have so many good memories with Pesto, from winning the state championship in 2014 to then working alongside each other. And I feel like I've just learned so much from him, and so I kind of want to share a few of those lessons that I've learned along the way. So first, I learned from Pesto not to take myself too seriously as a player or a coach. I'm not sure if Pesto ever made it through a practice without reciting a Dumb and Dumber quote. It was always like the same few quotes. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. And then there was the time where Pesto unscrewed the top of my water bottle, so when I went to take a sip of it, it spilled all down the front of me. Second, I've learned from Pesto just the type of person and coach that I want to be. I'm actually in grad school right now for counseling, and a big reason for that is because I've seen how important a positive role model and coach can be in a person's life, and I would love to make that same kind of impact that IBC and the Pestalozzi family have made on me. As a player at IBC, I really felt like Pesto took the time to get to know us as people and not just athletes, which I feel like is really kind of rare for a coach, especially at a college program. Lastly, something that Pesto used to say all the time that has really stuck with me is that When volleyball is all said and done, the thing that you will remember the most are the relationships and the people that you've met along the way. And I can absolutely agree with that. I can thank IVC for some of my best friends and my best memories. So, Pesto, congratulations on an incredible career, and thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. Go Lasers! Pew pew!
Hey guys, John Daze, although Pesto calls me Jonathan, one of the few people on the planet that can get away with that. So, good job, Pesto. This 20 years ago was when I last played a competitive match at IVC. That's right. This was class of 2002. Outside right side hitter. Loved my time there. A lot of it in big part because of the coach, Tom Pestolesi. So we're all here because of him. Congrats, Tom, on your retirement. Can't think of a better person, to look up to throughout my coaching career. Not a better person, to model the path that we all strive to have. Unbelievable family man, hardworking man, all around great person. So I remember a couple stories here. One, some of you may or may not know, but I'm not that far removed in age from Carrie Pestolesi. And it was about 2 weeks into my first freshman year there where he pulls me aside. He goes, Daze, come here. How old are you? And I say, 18, just turned 18. He goes, well, I have a 14-year-old daughter, so in 4 years, let's talk. So if that has any intonation of the relationship that Pesto and I had out of the gate, I don't know what does. But of course, Carrie, fantastic life now of her own, with beautiful children, and Tom and Diane have grandkids now, so best to you. But that was the first story. The second story was we're at Adult Nationals, and I was Tom's teammate, him and his buddies, back in, I think it was 03, that summer. And we're playing in, I think, the AAA division, which, by the way, gold medalists, great job. And I was the libero. So if you can imagine these guys that were out there just killing it. Pesto's the setter, and we're out at night. And again, I'm not 21 yet. And we're at dinner, and I'm still somewhat relatively innocent, and we're ordering drinks, and I go, I'll have a cherry Coke. Oh man, those guys lost it. They're like, oh yeah, give the baby a cherry Coke. They're ordering brews and things like that. But as it turns out, Pesto's not much of a drinker either. Dr. Pepper, huh? Dr. Pepper and Oreo shakes. Man, I can go on, but I'm sure some of us, all of us, have all the stories that we could share, but those two stand out. Pesto, love you. Continue to talk with you. Seek your advice, seek your perspective. Congratulations once again. Again, the best is yet to come. Enjoy being a grandfather, enjoy the family, and we'll catch up. Thanks, Pesto.
Pesto, Key here. Congratulations on your retirement. I have so many fond memories of our friendship and working together at Irvine Valley. I remember my first year when I was with you that as we were getting to know each other, we were in the staff shower, and mind you, we were butt naked in the shower talking defense, and I'll never forget how you just assumed defensive positions and showing me the expectations, which I will take with me for the rest of my life. Secondly, I remember one of the greatest wins we had against El Camino, and we were so into the celebratory part after we won that I don't think any of us realized that as we hugged, your feet were not even on the ground, completely wrapped around my waist as we were jumping up and down, celebrating. And thankfully, that's not what happened in the shower. But those types of memories are things I'll always carry with me. Pesto, you've been so influential, not only in my life, but in the lives of so many of your athletes, friends, people that have just been around you. I love your sense of positivity in the way you navigate life. You have truly been a positive influence. Congratulations, and thank you for everything you've done.
Hey, Pesto! It's Mad Dog. I'm here with my girls, Aubrey and Charlie.
Who is Mad Dog?
Hey, Pesto. It's Mad Dog. I'm here with my girls, Aubrey and Charlie.
Hi, Pesto!
It feels like 21 short years ago you came to Canyon High School's gym to see if I wanted to play volleyball at Irvine Valley. Where you claim?
Sorry, Pesto, I just fell.
Where you claim I had blue eyeshadow? Hold on. Hey, Pesto. It's Mad Dog with my girls Aubrey and Charlie.
Hi. I can't believe that you met our mom when she was 17.
I can't believe it feels like 21 short years ago that you came to the gym to Canyon High School in 2001 to see if I wanted to play volleyball at Irvine Valley, where you also claimed I had on blue eyeshadow up to my eyebrows. Totally false. No makeup just for you today. I will definitely miss all your voicemails from the IVC weight room where you play Sympathy for the Devil and leave it on my voicemail for 10 minutes. You are the best coach I have had. I was blessed to have you for all those years and to still have you in my life. And I really appreciate everything you've done.
I want to play volleyball when I grow up. It sounds really fun. Yeah, our mom told us that it's super fun.
Maybe you could come out of retirement and coach Aubrey and Charlie.
Yeah.
Anyways, I love you. You're the best. Congratulations and best wishes, and enjoy your retirement.
Bye.
Hey, my name's Mike Cram. I've known Tom for a long time, since when I first started coaching back in the late 70s. Tom and I have had a past with playing in the Nationals together and against each other. And then when I retired, Tom asked me to come and coach with him at Irvine Valley College. A little bit about Tom. What can you say about a coach that needs 3 former Olympians, 3 coaches over 70, and a staff of 7 to coach 11 girls? And how about a coach that pays his assistants by feeding them donuts? A couple more things. I remember Tom's training table. He had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and insurers for pretty much the whole school, but I know for a fact it was the men's and the women's volleyball team. He was so good about making sure that they came to practice and they had something to eat, and he always took care of them with making sure they were fed, and periodically he would even have a pancake breakfast in the morning. I even remember one girl having 13 pancakes herself before practice. There was also the motivational drills that he did. I remember after COVID, we had the volleyball courts all full of weeds that had grown for 2 years. And he motivated the girls by having them spend the next month and a half pulling weeds every day during practice. Along with that, we had, trying to think, he had a machine that was a serving machine that you got up on. And for the girls' quickness, he would have little stations, and what they would do is they would have to run from station to station, and then this serving machine shot out volleyballs at 90 miles an hour. Boy, I tell you, I got a kick out of watching them do that drill. Anyway, Tom's a very special person, and he has a beautiful blend of style of bringing John Wooden quotes and hard work together that helped the girls compete and be good at what they were doing. I know all of you have had a chance to know Tom and to be a part of his life, and I can't say enough about the kind of person he is. He really cares for people, and the reason that he's so successful is because he cares about people. He wants them to succeed. He wants them to be the best at what they're doing, and while he's doing that, he does it with respect and kindness. I hope that all of us today can all take a look at what he's done for us in our past and realize that he's touched our lives and he's made our lives better. I'd like to leave you with one last thought. At the end of COVID, the girls really didn't have a place to practice during the summertime. So what Tom did is he set up this little cart on the back of his bike. I don't know how he did it, but he got 2 volleyball nets in there. He got in 4 antennas. He got in 2 lines. He got in 8 little things to hold the lines down. He got a bag of balls, and he would pedal from his house down to the beach so that the girls could practice. And I tell you, it was something else to watch Tom ride down on his bike. And I'll remember one of the last times before we finished that, I'd gotten to the freeway in my car, and I believe Butch got home. Next thing I know, Tom's calling us. He broke down. And so we drove back down. And I don't know how we ever got all of that stuff into 2 cars, let alone him getting it in one little basket. But it was a memory that I'll never forget. Anyway, to your family, to your friends, I wish you a great retirement, Tom. And if you want to know any other great stories, you need to talk to the Quag because they've got some dirt from the past. Love you, Tom.
Hey, Pesto, it is Misty. I told Greg I'd be out here with a cup of coffee shooting this video. Finally, kids are a little settled. We're going to run some errands, but just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for so many years, and I know between our friendship and mentoring and us seeing your family, it's definitely not over. I plan on having some barbecues over your house with some teriyaki steak and your cookies, of course, and then you still owe me a tequila shot or 2. Yep, I'm taking you back. When we won state, you owe me a tequila shot for that, and then this last championship that I got to be a part of. But thank you for being one of my best coaches in high school. Dan, I know you're there too. You guys made an awesome pair, and you took our team to a national title and a state title, and just so thankful for all the laughs in marine science. I know you have many stories, and we share the fire marshal bill, and I know some of the people don't get your jokes, but I do. I get you, and I think it's hilarious. And thank you for mentoring me, pushing me to get my master's degree and to coach. I got to coach with you at Irvine Valley shortly after my first Olympics, and got to learn from you. We took a team of maybe what people thought couldn't do it, little mighty me's, and we were able to take out Costa and take them pretty far. And it was just a great and wonderful experience with you at Irvine Valley, and that kind of sparked my coaching. But just want to thank you for pushing me to get my master's, all your mentoring to get that done. And just you've always been there. It was fun being able to coach you. I know I wasn't there all the time this year, but you were welcoming to both me and my dad, bringing us back on staff. And I was so happy to add, what I could. Everybody loves you, and also thank you for allowing us to put you on the schedule when I was at Long Beach City. Nobody wanted Long Beach City on the schedule, but you did. So thank you for that. And just thank you for being you. And congratulations on beautiful grandkids, your family, your children. I know everybody's so happy, and hope you enjoy retirement. It is good. We'll be able to get back on the golf course again, hopefully. I'll wear body armor if we ever go with Michelle Spra, but we'll get back on the golf course again and just enjoy it. You might even say to yourself, why didn't I do this earlier? But that's okay. Enjoy retirement, Pesto. All the best, and thank you for giving all your athletes just the best experience at Irvine Valley and through your high school at Estancia and Newport, and just giving your athletes the best experience and allowing them to move on and just being so caring. All right, all the best, Pesto, from here on out. See you later.
Hi, Pesto. I might look the same as another video you're going to see. I feel like it's Back to the Future, if you know what I mean. You're seeing this video many times. I don't have the cup of coffee in this one, but it was the only way I could get my dad to be in the video. Well, not the only way, but he shot one yesterday away from me, and the cinematographer had it on photo. So we're reshooting, and I'm happy to be in another video. So thank you, Pesto. You already got my message. If not, it's shortly coming. But thank you for everything, for being a mentor, a coach, a friend, confidant. And here's to happy retirement.
Pesto, I want to thank you for including me and dropping me off at the home after practice. Thanks for putting up with me, especially when I couldn't remember names. And so everybody became a Spedooza or a Booga Booga or whatever.
And you're lucky he remembered your name. Notice he said Pesto, couldn't remember the last part of your name. Lacey. So.
And the best part about it was your coaching staff. Indoors, we were all doctors of sorts, but outdoors, we each added something that made Irvine happy, and of course, the coaching staff happy, and especially you, Tom. Happy retirement.
What's up, Pesto? Bro, about time you retire. We were waiting. Nah. I don't even know where to start or what exactly to say, but I mean, for me and you started with me being in Lamona, Iowa, having not the best time talking with Kaleo and Reese, and they're like, well, you know, we have this guy who drops a lot of movie quotes, you know, kind of funny guy. I think you'll like him. You should come check us out. Had a week break in the fall, so I did, and there was fires going on that week, so we didn't get to practice. And you came up to me and you explained the whole situation. You're like, you know what, Nick, sorry, we can't practice. That was going to be my tryout because of the fires, but you had a ball in your hand and you're like, but you know, let's pepper. And I was like, are you serious? Okay, so we start peppering. Not even a minute goes by, you grab the ball and I'm like, yeah, you can come here. I was like, that's it? That's my tryout? A pepper session? Okay, well, sweet. And I mean, right away, man, I already heard all these amazing things about you, but I got to experience it firsthand, and then we got to start talking story a little bit more and getting to know each other and just connected right off the bat. I mean, you knew basically everything about me and where I was from. You know, you had the UH connection with you and Anti-Die. You had the Outrigger connection. You knew all of those guys, so it was just very easy to connect with you. And yeah, 2.5 years later, you know, I find myself leaving IVC and going to UH to play, and then later down the road, I come back to coach, and then now I'm at UH to coach. So I got to do 2 full circles with 2 amazing programs, and it all stems with you. You know, you're the one that gave me that opportunity and that second chance in a way for me to kind of just, you know, I made a decision to go somewhere out of high school, didn't like it, and you were able to grant me this kind of second life, and you know, it's led to where it is now. So I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for you, and I am very fortunate and stoked that I was able to be a part of the Laser family, because Laserville is a very special place. Anyone that's been a part of it will agree to that, and I feel like there's a lot of people that wish that they were a part of it, but it's a very special place, and you put that on the map. So I thank you very much for that, and you know, just being the solid, amazing human being that you are. It was very apparent, like when I got home, everybody, when they found out that I was playing under you at IVC, was like, "Oh, you're playing for Pesto, yeah?" I was like, "Yep." "Oh, great guy." Everybody followed up with, "Oh, you're playing for Pesto," with "great guy," or "the greatest guy ever," all those stuff. And I mean, it was totally true, and it's because, you know, you're one of those guys that doesn't just do this. Like, you walk the walk, and tremendous leader, tremendous mentor, and just tremendous role model for not only me but everybody else that has been a part of the Laser program. And not even that, just anyone who's just fortunate enough to know you, I think they can say that. So, and that's why you're the man. But I'm super stoked that you are now moving on to this next chapter of life with retirement, especially with 2 brand new knees. Golf's going to be a lot more fun. Playing with the grandchildren are going to be a lot more fun as well. I hope that you can make it out to Hawaii a little bit more now that we got fans in the stands. And then you got a little more free time on your hands. You and Anti-Die. I'll tell Shay, get the room ready for you 2, and you guys should come out here a little bit more. And I know when we come up to SoCal, we'll be making some games, and with a plate of cookies as well. So always stoked to see you, and if I have a chance to get up there and see you without volleyball going on, maybe we can get a little golf in. That would be amazing. But Pesto, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I have nothing but love for you, and I'm very grateful for everything that you've done for me. I'm guaranteed going to continue to call you with random problems or questions that I have with volley or life, because that's just who you are to me. You're like another dad. So I thank you for that. And yeah, very stoked for you. Now you get to really enjoy more free time without having to do the volley stuff. Congrats also going out on a high note with winning beach. Sorry we couldn't get you one for indoor, but I'm glad you went out on a high note with beach. And yeah, just again, thank you for letting me be a part of the Laser family. And you know, go Bows, pew pew. All right, love you, Pesto. Aloha.
Pesto. Start out with a block, just so you know I still have it. Happy retirement. I'm honored to be sitting here as a participant in this video with the segment. My stat line at IVC definitely should have eluded anything but me being in the selection here. So especially carrying the nickname Drama throughout the 2 years that I was there. So I gotta believe there's something else in there that gave me the nod here. So as long as it's not grubs, and as long as I was leapfrogging grubs for this video segment, that's all I needed to hear. So made my year. All kidding aside, happy retirement. Love you, respect you as a coach. For those of you that are not Pesto, my name's Ted Slaughter. I was a member of the 2007 Men's Irvine Valley State Championship volleyball team. We won state back in 2007. I think Pesto's previous was in 1993. So it was a great group of guys to end that drought with, get coach his, what I believe was second men's title. And then he rattled off a couple thereafter. So it was an amazing run. I still remember the day that I walked in that gym looking around, seeing Sean Grubbs and Rory Jones, Clydesdale, Kaleo, Marcus, Peter, T-Rex, and Jay, yourself, and Shaq in his tiny little Ugg boots, small little feet walking around the gym. And it was just a special group, and it felt special from day one. It was an amazing group of individuals, and it was an amazing group of volleyball players that somehow found ourselves into IVC. You put us all on a path to go on to UCLA and UCI and Long Beach State, San Diego State, Hawaii, Pepperdine, so on and so forth, and that was from one squad right there. So it was a special group of talent that you absolutely unlocked, and without you unlocking that, none of us really had any business being at any of those four-year universities. So you put us on a path. You touched a lot of our lives. You touched my life. UCLA opened the door to meet my wife. Now I have 2 kids, and without you acting as a pivotal role in my life, that would have never been there. So we had a great run at IVC. Obviously, Grubbs and Rory, who could open a straw the quickest. Jay pulling the van over up at the Pepperdine campus because Rory Jones thought he could get out and pet a live deer that was walking around. The road trips that we had, you putting Sean Grubbs and I in a bunk bed in some 13-year-old family friend's room that the family was kind enough to leave while the IVC men's volleyball team crashed their house, and all that culminating to a state championship over Long Beach JC. So it was a fun year. It was a special year. You made it all happen. Obviously, without you, we wouldn't have been there. Without you, I wouldn't be sitting here. We all don't get taps for retirement videos, and it's the special ones that really bring us out and are happy to participate in something like this. And again, I saw the email chain and the names that were on there, and my pedigree and resume are not worthy. So I'm honored. You're a special person in my life, Coach. You're a special person in many people's lives. We love you. We respect you. You're a legend, and just lucky to have shared a snippet of your amazing run as a teacher, your amazing run as a coach, and really your amazing run as a person. So go retire. I'm going to call it retire as you live in Huntington Beach, beautiful home with your family. You get to spend you've spent your years in a gym coaching the sport that you love, one of the greatest sports of all time. I think we'd all agree, and teaching sex ed on the side. So I don't know if there's anyone in the room that has it better. Raise your hand, but not me. So I think Pesto takes that cake. Love you, Coach. Happy retirement. If I get asked to do this for your 5th retirement, 5th unofficial or official, I'm in. Probably just re-record the same video. So save it, love it. And if you get bored, and Greg, if you need some filler, just put in Palomar Trumpet on a loop. 88,000 views, I think, on YouTube. I just watched the other night. Pesto probably has alone 87,000 of those. So I know he is a heavy watcher of that great piece of video there. So love you, Coach. Happy retirement.
Hi, this is Todd Brooks. I met Tom in 1984. I was an incoming freshman at Estancia High School, and he was my freshman basketball coach. Over the years, Tom's been a coach, a mentor, a role model, and a friend. He was in my wedding, and he's been one of the biggest influences on my life. I'll tell a story about our freshman basketball team. Tom was probably like 24 years old, out of college, first job. He was coaching freshman basketball. We had a really good team, and he was pretty sure we should win league. We were playing a team that we should have been beating. It was halftime, and we were not doing well. And he channeled his inner Bobby Knight and absolutely lost it on a desk in the men's locker room at Estancia High School. What I remember is that desk was broken in two as he went into a profanity-laced tirade to motivate us to come out in the second half and win a game. Not only did we win that game, but we went on to win the freshman championship. As anybody who knows Tom realizes, he is one of the most competitive people on the planet. And it extends through all forms of sports and activities. Well, we used to go out with his dad's boat out off the coast of California and do a lot of inner tubing and whatnot. And Tom didn't like to get whipped off the tube. So I was driving, and I'm probably 18 years old, really no business driving the boat, and I can't get the guy off this thing. He is hanging off the side, legs scrambling, just water flying everywhere, and he's doing that Tom Pestalozzi laugh at me, and I'm getting more and more upset. So I go into a big turn, and I see the wake that we had created, and I floor it for the waves and the undulating tide. And we go flying. The entire boat comes out of the water. We slam down. We look back to see Tom. We can't find him. He literally is 8 feet in the air, flying. He was the Flying Dutchman. Crashes down to the water. I get him off. We check to make sure the boat is still in one piece and we're not going to sink. But I finally got him off that inner tube. I have to say, in my life, Tom has been one of the biggest role models and influences. I played under him in volleyball and basketball at Estancia High School. And he was a pretty cool guy, despite what you see now. And it was great for me to have a role model that was loving life, had a great girlfriend at the time, Diane, pre-marriage, and he seemed to have everything together. But he was a guy that was his own guy, didn't bow to social pressures, and he really set a course for me that really has been a lifelong journey for me, and I'm very appreciative to him for that.
Hi Pesto, Casey Hangler here, or as you always called me, Spencer Smith. Congratulations on an amazing career. I just wanted to take a minute and say thank you. The first time I ever heard your name was from Kelly Van Winden. I had just finished up my freshman season, and after a rough first year, I was considering quitting the sport I had loved so much. At the time, Kelly was the head coach at my hometown college in Napa Valley. and she was also trying to recruit me to come back home and play for her. However, I wasn't ready to move back home, and she said, well, if you're not going to come play for me, you have to go play for Tom Pestalozzi. He's the best. And she's right. You're the best coach I have ever had. Not just because of your knowledge and ability to teach the game, but most importantly, because you have always cared so much more about the person than the player. Even though I was a redshirt my first year there in 2002 after transferring, you treated me just like any other player on the team, and that always meant so much to me. Other than calling me Spencer Smith, you often called me Superstar, which made me feel like a valuable member. In my second year there, I learned how to work hard and fight for a starting position. Of course, as you know, shortly after that, I pulled my abdomen, and the season did not end how I'd hoped. However, it was these experiences that made me a stronger player and helped me relate so much to the players I coach today. But even in the struggle, you encouraged me to keep playing after my time at IVC. I still remember the day I tried out for Westmont. It had been raining, and there was a huge mudslide on the 101. So I got up really early, at like 5 a.m., drove to Santa Barbara. I got there an hour early, and I decided to take a little nap in my car before tryouts, and my phone rang. It was you. I was so surprised that you remembered it was my tryout day, and you were calling to make sure I had made it okay, and that you wanted me to call you later and tell you how it went. And that's the kind of coach you are, and it is those moments that I will always remember. Even after college, I always loved coming back to the alumni games and seeing old teammates. You created a family environment that we all love to be part of. Even moving all the way out to Mississippi, now as a coach and to be able to pick up the phone and know that you are there to help counsel me and guide me in all the ways that you do, not just as a coach, but also as a club director and as a mom, reminding me to always keep my family first. It has meant so much to me and my family. I'll never forget the time you came all the way out here to Mississippi to run a clinic for my club in the middle of an ice storm. I think we will both remember that as the scariest drive of our lives. Yet, in true Pesto form, you were so calm and patient with me as I drove 20 miles an hour on the freeway the entire drive home from the airport. But seriously, thank you for taking the time to come out here. Even just recently, when I came out to California and you and I opened up your home to me and my girls and treated us like family. You have always opened up your home to your players, and we have always felt welcome, especially at a time when we are transitioning out of our parents' houses. To have a coach we know who cares has always been so valuable. And of course, while we were out there, you went above and beyond, like you always do, and set up a private lesson for my daughters with Butch and Misty May, something my girls will never forget. So thank you, Pesto. Thank you for all the time you've spent, all the years you have poured into us. It has always been so much more than volleyball to you, and that has shown up to all of us. Congratulations again. I wish you all the best. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your grandkids. I look forward to staying in touch. We love you, Pesto.